extremely sad tonight. As you can see, my front tyre is punctured, and to make it worse, so is my back tyre too. In fact, this was the first one to go. So this happened yesterday while I was on my way to work. The first one was in my back tyre. It was a simple thorn. Didn't even notice it until I heard the flapping on the back wheel. I noticed there were some leaves there. I tried to pull them off and realised it was a thorn. But it came away quite easily, and I figured I've been riding it now for like 3 months, riding it over all sorts of terrain, and I've never had any problems with anything sticking in the tyres. So I carried on riding, and then about 5 minutes later, I got another thorn in this wheel. This one stuck proper in. I tried to pull it away and it was still stuck in there, and I had to pick it out with my nails, but it was quite a small thorn. And yep, I carried on riding, felt both tyres, felt okay, and then 5 minutes after that I figured my back wheel was making too much noise, so I stopped, and yep, the tyre was soft, and that was that. I had to phone my friend to come and give me a lift, and the bike went in the back of the car. Then obviously my front wheel still felt absolutely fine, and then last night when I was bringing it home from work, I realised that the front one was actually soft as well. So thorns in each tyre at 2 different areas. There definitely wasn't anything in my front wheel when there was at the same time as the back wheel get punctured, because you know yourself, it doesn't have any mud guards or anything. If this was stuck in my wheel at that point, I would definitely have noticed it. So yep, extremely unlucky to have 2 thorns in both tyres in different areas at different times. But yep, it is what it is. But I'm extremely disappointed, obviously, because I ride this to work every single day, and I ride it back home again. It's 30 to 40 minutes each way, and obviously that's put a stop to that. So as you can see, look, completely soft. Yep. Sorry for the lighting. I need to get a new light. Just moved into this flat, so yep. So that's my poor bike, my pride and joy. My worst nightmare come true, because I actually took the bike to just a regular bike repairman, obviously to adjust my brakes for me, because the brakes aren't great. Yeah, the front one was rubbing, so I took the bike to him, and he had said that when it comes to, if anything happens to the back wheel, it's going to be a bit of a headache, and it would probably need to be someone that specialises in e-bikes in order to take the wheel off, because usually the wire that goes, I think it's this thick one under here, that goes into the motor, and that the motor is in the wheel. So usually there would be a disconnector, or like a connector that you would disconnect, and unfortunately he said that he couldn't find one, so he wouldn't be able to like change a tyre for me or change the wheel or do anything like that. So when he's obviously told me that a couple of months ago, I thought, well, getting a puncture or anything happening to my back wheel is going to be an absolute nightmare, and well, looks like the nightmares came true. So straight away I contacted Bicycle Land, where I got the bike from, to ask them if they had any inner tubes in stock, and unfortunately they don't.
So I had to go into the Fiido website, and I just ordered 2. At that point, I didn't realise I had a front puncture as well. But just as well I ordered 2 because obviously that one's gone as well. So that's going to take about 2 weeks to get here. Altogether, I think it cost me, I don't know, short of £30, including postage. I take it it's coming from China. But yeah, then I decided to have a little look on YouTube, and I've seen some people with bikes similar to this one. Not exactly. Managing to get the inner tube out and repairing it without actually taking the wheel off. So this is the plan. The plan is to, I've got a puncture repair kit arriving tomorrow. So the plan is to try and remove the inner tube without having to take the wheel off. Finding out where the puncture is. Hopefully it is only one and it's not multiple, because the stem that I pulled off the back of the bike was quite long, so I'm hoping it's not punctured it in multiple places, although it did go flat pretty quick, so I don't know. Anyway, we shall see. So hopefully that arrives early enough tomorrow. I'm not great with stuff like this, so my friend is going to give me a hand and he's going to try and repair the puncture for me. Pop it back in, pump it up. The front wheel isn't so hard to take off, so we probably could take that off, whatever's easiest. Yeah, so my plan is to make a video while it's being repaired, and hopefully we can see if it's going to help, and if I'll be able to ride my bike sooner than I imagine, because if I've got to take it to someone to take the wheel off, it's not going to be easy, because, well, I'm in Glasgow, there's not an awful lot of places do repairs on these e-bikes, especially if you've not purchased a bike from them. So I have found a place that will fix it, but I imagine that the waiting time is going to be phenomenal, because I know even my local bike shop, who doesn't do anything to do with e-bikes or anything, it's just regular cycles, the wait for them at the moment just to like have something simple done is like 6 weeks. So I'm really hoping that I can repair this and I can get back on my bike. I look forward to riding it every single day, and I don't know, just obviously it's summertime and I don't want it to be a case of it being fixed by winter, because it's not ideal to ride in winter, especially here in Scotland. So anyway, I just thought I'd make a little video to let everybody know my disappointment, and if anybody else has maybe had the same issue or anything like that, maybe could give me some tips or some ideas on what to do, or what their experience was with fixing a puncture on one of these. But yeah, I do my best to look after my bike. I'm very, very careful. I'm a considerate cyclist. I don't like abuse the bike. I look after it, and I'm really disappointed this has happened. I'm like a big child. Anyway, I'll come back soon with a video, hopefully repairing the bike and being able to ride it again. Oh, just forgot. I actually, when I spoke to Bicycle Land, I had asked them, I told them basically what I said about the bike repairman, saying that the back wheel would be an absolute nightmare to take off because he couldn't find anywhere to disconnect the wire. And they got back to me saying that Bicycle Land are absolutely great, by the way. I just wanted to say that, because like I was really surprised when I ordered this that, you know, it turned up when they said it would, and I was a bit worried because I'd never heard of them before. And I have to admit, they have been really responsive with their support on a couple of different issues I've had to contact them about. But anyway, they told me that basically the wire that connects to the motor apparently is long enough that you can take the wheel off without having to actually disconnect the motor. So again, I'm not too sure about that myself. I've tried to have a kind of look, and I don't know, there doesn't seem to be that much excess wire there, but I'm sure somebody that knows what they're doing, when I take it to eventually take it to get the inner tube replaced at some point, hopefully they'll know what that means and they'll be able to sort it or whatever. Anyway, to me it means nothing, but that's saying nothing because I'm not very I'm not very technically minded, although I do like, and sorry, I love my bike. Anyway, I'll catch you later, folks. Ta-ta.